When I woke up this morning, I went into the kitchen and there was my wife preparing our usual breakfast, soft-boiled eggs and toast. And she was wearing nothing but the t-shirt she'd been sleeping in. And as I walked in, you know, half awake, half asleep, she turned around and she said, "You have to make love to me right now." And, you know, I figured, okay, this is going to be a good start to the day and we aim to please, so I gave it my all. And afterwards she said thanks and turned around and continued prepping the breakfast. And I said, "Honey, I'm not complaining or anything, but what was that?" And she turned around and she said, "The egg timer's broken." There you go. So yeah, and they were soft boiled. Thanks to Martin at YMMV Shaves for the joke, good one. He also inspired the stuff we're going to use in the shave. Pine tar soap. This is from Kaliflower, made in Värmland in Sweden. This is pine tar. It's called kära, if you can read that, which is tar in Swedish. And Martin had not that, but chiseled face pine tar soap yesterday, and he was going to match it with Lalique's Encre Noire. So I'll do that at the end today. The brush is made not so far away actually from where Mia is. This is from Laugar. Really cool. This is a birch handle, painted black with a large badger knot in it. So that's what we're doing. I'm gonna load that up in here. It requires quite a bit of soap, so sometimes you actually don't get enough and you have to go back to the container. No shame in that, but we'll try and get enough, shall we? So yeah, it's been a while. I've been busy, plus I do videos solely on inspiration. So if I don't feel like doing it, I won't. I hope that's okay. Then usually you get me in a decent mood. Well, as decent as it can get. So I'm in a good mood today, nearing the end of the work day, and we'll be going to a live hockey game tonight. Me and the wife and the son. So my team is playing 7 o'clock tonight at home, and we'll be watching that. So that's going to be cool. Haven't seen a live hockey game in, what, 2 years. So really looking forward to that. They're in pretty good form as well, so there's a good chance we're going to see them perform decently tonight. At least I hope so. Now, the scent strength on this soap is strong. It's very powerful. And it reminds me of tarring the little wooden boat that my grandfather had when he was alive. I say this every time I use this soap, and because I think about it every time I use this soap, because it smells pretty much like that. It's pretty in your face, this scent. But that's the good thing with it, because tar is heavy stuff, you know, and it's supposed to be. So I've heard different people have different memories from this. Someone's relative was a roofer, and I have this boat memory, and you know, a lot of people, at least people of a certain age like myself, have some kind of memory connected to pine tar. Well, I'm not sure it was pine tar, it was probably petroleum based, but it smelled pretty much the same. Pretty cool brush as well. I don't know anyone else who's got this. I don't know how many she is selling, but they're cool looking. I wish there was a stand for it. I say that every time I use the soap as well. But it's not a problem, you know, you just get it dry somehow. I let my brushes dry overnight typically, and then you put it anywhere. So Swedish stuff so far. The razor is not going to be Swedish, except, well, quite Swedish actually, because I believe the steel is Swedish. It is the Tohri framesback, made in Japan. I think we're good to go. Sorry, soap everywhere. So how have you been? I hope you've been doing well. Oh, there's one thing I wanted to ask you. I was watching a few videos of Matti Lindholm, and he asked his viewers to tell him in the comments where they were from, which country, and he told them to put a flag in. You can if you want to, but if you don't mind, write where you're from, please. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Hang on. Hallå. TV-historia här uppe. Just making sure we're not being disturbed. Here's the razor, the Tohri. Pretty large framesback. This is a cool razor. Really like this razor. So yeah, where are you from? And you can tell me city or state or whatever as well, but country, please. I think I know where you're from in a lot of cases. In some cases, at least the regulars. In some cases I've guessed, and I may be wrong, so if you don't mind, which country are you from? I actually haven't shaved in a few days. See where we're at with the soap moisture content. Boom, there you go. When did I shave? I shaved. It's been a day and a half. That's not too bad. I've been out traveling. Not super far, but I've been to Switzerland. And yes, Switzerland is a different country than Sweden, and they're quite far apart. So I was in Switzerland for 2 days this week. And that was cool. Business trip, cool to be on the road again. No, I haven't shaved for 2.5 days. It's Thursday today. God, I thought it was Wednesday. There you go. So my first trip, well, outside Sweden, since the you-know-what started. And it's exhausting. But it was fun, it was good. I enjoyed it. Met good people. Boom. And ate some decent food, and yeah, it was nice. But it is exhausting. I used to do this almost every week. I don't know if I still can. And obviously I won't for a while yet. It was a good start. It wasn't too complicated. You have to wear a face mask on the plane and in the airport, and actually inside most places in Switzerland, in Geneva where I was, restaurants, hotels, they sort of make you use them. And I'm not used to that, because we kind of don't do masks in Sweden. So it takes a bit of getting used to, but you do get used to it. On the plane, you have to wear the mask when you're sitting down, except if you're drinking. So I didn't, because it was a business trip, but one piece of advice would be steady drinking, and you can have it off. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what happens with borders opening up. I believe Europeans will be able to go to the United States as of Monday, or as of soon. Anyway, Europe is open. Asia's pretty closed, I think. So I might be traveling mainly into Europe. But we'll see. Probably some more face-to-face meetings in general, if it makes sense. You know, longer meetings. We've started to have a few in the office. We welcome people in since, well, basically just now. Okay, second pass with the Tohri. And you know, I think most people are still being quite careful. But I was at a conference in Geneva, and quite a lot of people, 250 people I think, and you have a badge, right, around your neck where your name and where you're from is written. And as you check in, you could choose. You put a sticker on, and you can choose red, yellow, or green. Where red was, you know, social distancing, stay away. Sort of pretend I'm not here. Well, why are you at the conference then? I don't know. I just saw one person who had that. And it was an older lady, so. And a few yellow ones, which is keep a bit of distance, sort of say hello with the elbow. Isn't that a crazy thing? Green is handshake, okay, hugs, whatever. And that was a smart system, I think, because you don't have to ask, you don't have to hesitate. You can walk up to people and start talking to them if they're green without too much, you know, hesitation. Nice. So it was good. And you can tell people are just thrilled to be out of the house. Very friendly, very open, no bullshit, just very nice. And it felt like, except for the face masks and the fact that you have to show your vaccine pass quite often, so you do have to be vaccinated or have a negative PCR test or prove somehow that you've recovered from COVID. You need a pass anyway, and the QR code that they scan everywhere. But apart from that, felt very normal. So it was good. I'm really happy. I didn't check in luggage because I felt that was pushing my luck a bit. Oops, hang on. There we go. So shaving was done with a cartridge razor. What? Yeah, I know. But I almost always don't check in luggage, and then you're stuck with a cart. But that was quite okay. I get good shaves with the cartridge. It's just the entertainment value is low. And I brought a soap and I brought a brush, so it was still a little bit classy, although not as classy as a straight, of course. So that's that. Have you started traveling for work or for pleasure? Can you travel where you're from? do you not want to travel? Fully respect that. You need to be careful. There was a lot of alcohol gel, is that what you call it? Used for hands at that conference, because the bottles were everywhere. People used them quite a bit. So it's like you shake someone's hand and then you wash your hands. That's a bit crazy. No offense, you know. But it felt good. The weirdness that of shaking hands and being close to people and talking to strangers. You get over that so very quickly. So after a day and a half, it felt very natural to shake someone's hand, someone you haven't met before. And I haven't done that for so long, but you get used to it so quickly. Sorry, just rinsing. Yeah, it was a good shave, felt good. It's always nice to get rid of scruff that is a bit old. Smashing. Smashing, smashing. Oh. So how much will we change our behavior because of the pandemic? I don't know. This week it felt like not so much, but we'll see. Singari Man unscented, the Sigo aftershave. We'll do 3 squirts because the head needs a bit of love as well. Well, need. It's nice, you know, it's getting slightly colder. Skin gets a bit drier. It's nice to just moisturize a little bit. Why not? Why on earth not? Okay, and we'll finish off with a lovely Encre Noire black ink from Ledic. And I'll smell just like Martin. Woo! There you go. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Stay sharp.